is Johannes.
And this is Cinema.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And welcome back to Keep or Cull, where we play our whole collection of 600 plus games and decide whether to keep or cull them.
That is correct. That is the show. If this is the first time you're seeing this show, then you have a lot of episodes to go back and watch if you want to. If you just want to continue on from here, you can do that as well. And the best way to be able to do these things is to subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
How do you do that exactly?
It's a button down there. And it says subscribe. It's very easy to find it. And it also has like a bell.
Wow.
Which you can click on to get notifications when we post a video.
I think these are new information for most people seeing this, because most people don't know how do you even subscribe to your YouTube channel. It's a new thing. So Keep or Cull. It's been a month since we did a Keep or Cull video, because and you will think, oh, then you're probably going to have like 40 games. No, we have 8 games.
Yes.
Because we haven't played that much board games lately.
No, it's been a slow month.
Yes.
And it doesn't feel like it because we've been busy. We have a lot of stuff on our people to see and things to do and jobs
places
in our life.
To be
and so I have felt busy.
Yes.
And so just like, oh, another month gone by and so few games. What happened?
We have played some games for reviews.
Yes.
You have seen some of the reviews. You will see some of the reviews. Probably this is like, because many people don't read like the community page, so I'm going to say it now. Probably going to do switch up to having probably 2 videos a week. Like for a while. Some weeks might be 3, some might be 1, some might be 600, probably not. But it's probably like approximately...
I don't see that happening anytime soon.
No, approximately 2 videos a week. And we hope that's okay. It has to be okay, because that's what's going to happen. Because
what are you going to do about it?
Not watch the 3rd video that doesn't exist.
Yes.
No, but the thing, like, this isn't our job, so we have to kind of balance out how much time we get to spend on it. And when there's less time to play games, then there's obviously less videos to make, because we need to play the games to be able to talk about them.
Yes, but I have had a lot of fun playing these games.
Yes, most of them.
I'm gonna have fun talking about it.
That's the point, so let's get to it.
It's a great segue. We're starting off with a small box today. It's Ghost of Christmas.
Ooh, yes, it's kind of a weird name, because I want it to be longer. Because it's obviously based on the Christmas Carol, I think it's called, with Ebenezer Scrooge. And I want to call it, say, like, Ghosts of Christmas Past or Present.
Yes.
Not just Ghosts of Christmas.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be one of those 3. And in this game, you get all of them.
Yeah, because it's called Ghosts in plural form. Okay, so it's all of them.
Ghosts of Christmas.
Ghosts of Christmas thingy. Okay, are you ready to paddle?
Yes, I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Boom! Colorini.
Yeah, but it was a really nice game.
It was fun.
I liked it a lot. It had like cool new elements that I haven't seen in a trick-taking game before.
Because it is a trick-taking game.
It is. It is a trick-taking game. I forgot. But it uses like timing and time in a really cool way.
In a weird way.
Yeah, it has like multiple... what do you call it, sticks? Or no, that is Norwegian.
Maybe tricks, because a trick-taking game.
Like open at the same time, so you don't have...
And it is the present, past, and the future.
Yes. Yeah. And depending on who wins like the past and the present, like that has an outcome for the next... sticks.
Tricks. Basically, you're gonna play 3 cards.
Yeah.
And you play them in the order you want to. So you don't have to play them in the first trick, then the second and the third. And the thing is that usually when you play trick-taking games, when I win a trick and I start the next one, that's basically the same thing here, but you have already played all the cards for the 3 tricks before it's happening. So when I win the first trick, then I will be the starter of the second trick. So if I ended up playing another color than the player who started the trick, and that color that I have played is going to be the leading color. Yeah. So it's quite a while to understand
it. It's very tricky.
Yes. And you got a pun in there. That's good.
But I basically call it because we have so many games and we seldom play this kind of games, and therefore, it's just gonna drown in the games.
Yeah, and as we usually say, the new games.
It's a neat game.
The games that we haven't really played before, like this is only played once, it's easier to get rid of because it hasn't no nostalgia, no like, oh, I want to play it again, none of that games that get put into the shelf in the collection. Yes. So let's show you another game in that category, which is another game we only played once, Harmonia. Yeah. This is from Uwe Rosenberg, picked it up as Spiel last year, finally got to play it. Let's see how this is. Yeah. Or if you want to keep it or kill it. So you're ready. 1, 2, 3. Boom! This is glorified Yahtzee. This, I don't know.
It's not even glorified. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but it is basically Yahtzee, but like with a bit more or a bit less, depending on how you see it. It has more color than Yahtzee.
Yeah.
It has more weird creatures than Yahtzee. It has
Less
almost
options
more theme than Yahtzee.
Than in
It's
Yahtzee.
very boring. You roll your dice, and in the beginning of the game, you just want to have like many of the same number.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the end of like a road of that number, then you get to show a symbol or like what's it called? A
Shape.
formation of dice.
Yeah.
And then you want to roll dice, and you put them into these squares depending on the numbers, and you want to roll dice that has those numbers. So it's just basically only luck based.
It's really boring.
It has some choices. I can say that. Like you have to choose. Oh, do I want to try to get this now? Of course, just random.
It's like a race.
But it is a race feeling to it. I don't think it was horrible. But for me, like as a design game, I would say like, okay, there is something here for somebody. But for me, it was a total waste of time.
Yeah.
And I had no fun.
I agree. It wasn't interesting to me.
That is true.
Unfortunately.
Let's do the next game.
Next game is Factory Funner.
Or fun. Is it fun? I don't know. Let's see. Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Boom.
I have to play this again.
Oh, I was 100% sure that you were going to do Cull. Because yesterday I pointed to Factory Funner. It was down in the first floor. You don't really care. And I was like, what do you think about Factory Funner? And you said, I don't need to own it. And I was, yes. And I was like, no, I meant if you want to do it in Keep or Cull. And then you said, oh yeah, that's fine. And yeah, so I was 100% sure.
I wasn't listening at all.
Because in this moment, I was like, oh, I know you're gonna do Cull, so I have to do Keep just in case, so that we can get to keep it. But yes.
Yeah, this was so tricky. Like we've only played this once, and at the beginning of the game, you're just like, oh, this is fun, and then like very quickly you realize
it becomes funner.
The opposite. Because you quickly realize, oh, this is gonna go in a direction that I don't like. This is gonna be hard very fast. And it's not like super punishing, but it kind of is a little tricky because you're like basically making a factory which you're using some colors, I don't know, and to go into some pipes and then into a machine to make another color, and that color you want to go to another machine to get other colors and then eventually get points.
Theme.
Yes, theme. And you want to like have this synergy and build in a very smart way, so you have like a lot of colors available and build smart. And that was really hard, and now that I have played it once, I'm very eager to play it a second time and onward to get better at this game, because I was just like, oh, I see that I'm doing things wrong, but I can't really put my finger on what should be, like, what is the right thing. I really want to explore this game more.
I thought it was fine. I did not think it was amazing. I think other games in this category might be better.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, the fact that I want to play it at least once more to decide if I want to have it in a collection or not. So
Agreed.
Next up then we have on my side,
your side.
We have Beer Raid.
Yes.
This is from Ryan Courtney, who did Pipeline, which is a game we really love. This is a stock buying and shorting game. So I wonder what's going to happen here. 1, 2, 3, boom.
Oh, big surprise.
This is, if you enjoy stock games, if you enjoy anything in that category, I highly recommend this game because it is very unique in the fact that you can never sell stocks. You can only short stocks to get money, and you're trying to short stocks that you think will go bankrupt, because when something goes bankrupt, you lose all your stocks, both positive and negative stocks, or like both and shorted stocks is kind of abstracted in those, and you're trying to just keep ahead and trying to invest in the companies that you think we're going to thrive, and they're going to split to get you double stocks, both positive and negative, and there is a lot to like in this game. I think this is a very good game. It's very weird and wonky, especially the first time you play it, but an amazing game for me.
It has like these very clear and solid and also very simple like core mechanisms. You can like do few things on your turn. It's like, but it's manipulative, all of the stocks all the time, and that is a core of the game.
Yeah.
That is not my thing at all. But I can still see that it's an excellent game here, but it's not for me.
No.
But I think like if you like this genre of games, you should definitely check it out. I think it's really cool that in order to get money, you have to like short things.
Yeah.
So there's no like free money laying around. You have to take the risk of getting some negative effect of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's a keep.
Yes.
I guess. Next up we have Maharaja.
Yes. This is from Wolfgang Kramer and Michael Kisling.
Yes.
Two designers we really love. This is an older game that Quinn Creation did a Kickstarter for a new version of. We have never played the old version.
No.
And now we have played this. This also is one we only have played once from the Shelf of Shame. So let's see what we thought. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Boom.
Boom. It has some interesting things. And when it started it, I thought like, oh, this is gonna be fun because you have this scoring that moves with each round. So you want to have like the majority in the scoring city with structures, and you place like you have this hidden action selection thing that is cool, and you want to be able to travel to the city that you're gonna interact with and build there. But the scoring can change, so suddenly the order of the scorings can be switched up if you do some actions, and you have some special powers that you can have.
Yes, you have like characters that you use, which is interesting. I like that.
So I thought it was some cool things here, but ultimately it didn't really engage me that much. It really didn't grab me. So
no. It was one of the most unexciting games I played in a while. It was fine. Like we were all agreed that like it's fine.
Yeah.
But it was very much of a letdown for being a Kramer and Kiesling game.
Oh yeah.
It might be absolutely the most, at least interesting game I have played from them.
From them, yeah.
Not in all of games because we have played many games that are way less interesting.
Absolutely.
Than this. But this was not a thing for us, basically. Yes.
Yeah.
So we're calling it. That's
It's a call.
what we're saying. Next up, we have another game about factories.
Oh.
But this is not fun factories.
No.
It's fantastic factories.
It is. It has to be better, right?
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
1, 2, 3, boom.
This was the game that I thought you were talking about.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
I was saying yes to calling this or something. Yeah.
So you didn't like it?
Well, I did like it.
Yes.
It was really neat. I thought it because you're using dice to get resources to build factories.
It's a dice worker placement game, basically. You use the dice to activate different abilities, to get resources, to build other factories, as you said, to get victory points.
But it wasn't like super exciting for me, and I was just like, it was fine. I would play it if somebody like asked for it, but I wouldn't choose it off the shelf.
I enjoyed it. It's in the same category as me for Factory Funner. It's one I want to play again, maybe a year or 2 years to see if it should be in the collection or not.
Yes.
We did play with the expansion, which I really liked. You had some special abilities, and you had the possibility to get resources which could adjust dice, which I really enjoyed. You didn't just roll the dice and you were stuck with those. You had a possibility to adjust them. So for me, it's one I want to play at least once more before we... in the next round, Keeper Cull 2.0, when you come back to that. It's one of those that's on the line for me.
Yeah.
So it will probably get Cull the next time.
Yeah.
But we need to have games for Keeper Cull 2.0 as well. So
I don't think that will be a problem.
I'm keeping it so that we will actually have games to play.
I'm appreciating the sacrifice you're making.
So we have 2 more games.
Yes. Next up is Istanbul.
It is. This is the game. That's why you took it up, because it's the game.
It's the game.
We played it now for the first time in over 7 years.
Oh yeah, it's been on a shelf collecting dust.
Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom.
Oh, you want to call it? And you want to keep fantastic factories? Like what? I had so much more fun with Istanbul because this was okay. I was contemplating culling this.
Yes.
Because it is some nostalgia for me. I thought I had fun when we played it yesterday.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, if I would cull this, I wouldn't entirely miss it either. But it is a 5-player game, which doesn't take a lot of time. So it has an audience. Like, I can see myself bringing this game, but it's also because it's so very simple to learn.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the role that it has played in our collection for 6 years. It's been sitting there. So but keeping Fantastic Factories and culling Istanbul.
Basically,
I didn't see that happening.
No, Keeper Cull is not about putting games up to another, but
it kind of is.
It's kind of put it against all the other games in the universe. But I had fun playing Istanbul yesterday, but I will not miss ever playing it again. But also, like yesterday, we played with the basic setup, so you're basically just going to spam 4 spaces and end the game. But it was a fun experience. I know there's more expansions for it. There's a big box with all the expansions.
We have played some expansion for this game.
We have, just so you know.
For the record.
That is something that you all are very interested in to hear about all the expansions we have for games.
All of you are just like in the comments, have you played the expansions? Yeah.
No, if you don't get it, go and watch all other videes and you will get the joke.
Yes.
So Istanbul, we can keep it. It's fine for me.
No, I want to call it. Because it's so many games.
But the problem now is that
really?
when you are now, like when you have already chosen keep,
then you have to choose.
Yeah, no.
Fantastic
Of course, they have
Factories
nothing in common.
I'm just kidding.
So we're gonna keep it.
No.
Yes, you were choosing keep, and you kind of didn't change it. Keeper Cull 2.0, we will see.
You're changing your thing.
No.
But I can change mine.
Because the keeper is the chooser.
Yeah,
and
so
you chose to keep, and that's what you choose.
Like, even when you're
but
not...
now it felt very weird to get rid of it, because I agree with you. It's one that's always just been in there, being the cozy, looking at the cozy man on the front.
Oh yeah, you're gonna miss the cozy man.
on the side, I will miss his face.
It's gonna be sad and cry.
It's probably gonna be inside of a closet anyway.
Yeah.
So the last game.
We have one more. Okay, yeah.
Is this one called the Smoky Valley?
Is it really that heavy?
Yeah, it's kind of heavy.
Oh yeah, it is.
Try to pick it up.
Oh, it was surprisingly heavy.
This
what
is another, I think it's board game components.
Yeah.
This is another
I haven't played the game.
Steelworks game, which means it's going to have artwork, which is mostly beige, which is the color of my heart, so it's nice. From Harmonia. This is from Claude Sirois.
I love that in this beige game with really boring artwork. That is the game where you bring up artwork as like a concept.
Because Harmonia is just like a man who does all of these really cool artwork, which is beige. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
1, 2, 3, boom!
Yes. You did the talking.
Yeah, and you did the walking. Boom! No, basically 80% reason of keeping a game from Spielworks is the same reason for keeping all of Spielworks games, because you can never ever get them again, because they only make 1,000 copies, and so the feeling of if I ever want to play it, I need to have it.
It's FOMO.
Like, oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like I'm gonna order every Spielworks game there is because of that.
And you're gonna keep every Spielworks
that is correct.
Because of that.
But most of the games from Spielworks do some interesting things. Yeah. And I think this one does as well.
Yeah.
It might, if I were to rate it, I would rate it maybe like a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
I think, like, it's a good game, but it's not one I will be like, oh, I have to play this game.
But what is the interesting things about this game?
It's in many ways like kind of a pretty straightforward city management kind of game. Like you have different areas, regions on the board, which you will be able to interact with. You have your own board where you will be moving a boat token, and every time you move it to the right, it's going to be free. Every time you want to stay or move it to the left, it's going to cost you money, and money is very tight.
Oh, it's so tight.
So you will try to plan out how you will maximize your turn, but then somebody's going to do something and makes you, oh, I really want to go there now. So it's very interactive depending on which factory is getting built, who's going to build which factory, and where those get built. And you're trying to get resources, ship them to different countries. You're doing all of the usual Euro stuff, but it has interesting interaction. It is, as I said, like maybe I would rate it around a 7. I think it's a fun game, not an amazing game. That's kind of my thing. But the Spielworks games for me are, some of them I really love, and some of them I like, but it's hard to get rid of them because of that. It's kind of like it's hard to sell a Splotter game because you will probably never get it
so
again.
it's very easy to get it sold then because people want it.
Especially Splotter games, yeah. Spielworks are even more niche, I feel like, in another way.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, Splotter games are even more niche.
I think the coolest thing about this game, if you want to get it, it's impossible for you to get it.
No,
so I don't know why I'm talking about it. I'm just kidding. But I think the coolest thing is the decisions along like the river that you're traveling with your boat, like because when you're starting to focus on some of the areas, you want to be there because that is where it's good for you to be. So if you want to be there, it's really expensive, or you can do this like semi-optimal turns on the other parts of the city, which is really nice. You have some really meaningful choices and decisions there, I feel like.
So those are 8 more games.
Yeah.
Like we started with all of the culling, and I thought we were going to cull more of them.
Yeah, I thought so too, but then you ruined it.
Yeah, and you had to keep Istanbul, and you had to keep Factory Funner.
No, because I genuinely
you had
thought
to keep Bear Raid, this one you really liked.
I genuinely thought we were going to keep 2 games today.
Okay.
This one, and maybe this one I was also
You knew
thinking.
I was going to do keep for Smoky
No,
Valley.
I didn't know.
Oh, so you haven't been in any of the other episodes with the Spielworks games?
I have, like, what do you call it when you're forgotten on purpose?
You have forgotten it, yes.
I have that.
You have forgotten it on purpose.
I have that.
Okay, so we have 8 more games. 3 get culled, 5 getting kept for this round. Some might go out in the Keeper Code 2.0 in 2025.
I hope so.
So, yes. Best
like, very, very excited for games. Woo!
Best and worst experience this time.
Worst has to be Harmonia.
Yeah,
that
it's
was
horrible.
like,
waste of time.
The best one I actually really enjoyed because of maybe we're not.
Keep it all.
But also I really liked Istanbul.
Yeah, for me, Bear Raid was probably the best experience because it was so unique, very special stock game. I knew from the beginning you weren't gonna like it, but you liked me so much, so you still keep on playing them. All the games you don't like, but just once, and then you were like, never again. And that was your voice.
Yes.
And I agree, Harmonia was the worst experience. So those are 8 more games. That is our show. It's called Keep or Cull, and this is Board Gaming Ramblings.
Keep or Keep.
Keep or
Keep
or Cull. It's Board Gaming Ramblings at our channel, and if you want to see more of us, you could subscribe.
Yes, it's a button down there, and if you click it, we will be happy, and it's free. And if you want to do something that is not free, you can
go to patreon.com/boardgamingramblings and support us there as well. That helps us running, helps the channel going, helps us get games, helps us get equipment, helps us make videos.
It doesn't help us running.
It does help help the channel
I'm not running.
It's not like give us $2 a month.
Actually, maybe we should
running.
like make
do that. Like if we get in this much money, we will start running, which gives you nothing. So we might live longer. I don't know.
That's
so in 40 years, when you're still watching Board Game Ramblings, it's because we started running. I don't know. Okay, so that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Cinema.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye bye.